Hi everybody, welcome to JoeGa Joy Fitness with me, Joe, and to today's stretchy release workout. So we're just going to do some hatha yoga. We're going to do some stretching, some release. Should be accessible by everybody. Not too much standing, if any at all. Probably stay seated and lying, but we'll see how that progresses as we go through. Just to let you know, it is a live class, so there will be some chatter sometimes if people are asking me questions. So just be aware and be patient with that if you can be. If you're happy to begin, come down to your rest and relaxation in Shavasana and we will begin. Notice how you feel in this moment. And then rising up once more, just sitting up into the hands, just rocking the knees from side to side. Good. Okay, send those legs out in front and reach towards the toes. And then even if you're using a strap here, just hold the strap with one hand and take the other arm up and away behind, so taking a little bit of a rotation. So you're spiraling the chest as well. You can always, if you've got the strap, you can kind of move it to one side, or you can move your hold of the foot to the other foot. And then bring that over the top and just change sides, please. And then releasing off. Well done. Drop down. And then coming up. Lovely. Take the legs wide if you can. So I'm just looking. You can either have your bottom on the mat, unless you're really, really mobile in the hips and you can get everything on the mat. I can either have my bottom on or my heels. So just noticing which is more comfortable for you. If you're sitting the other way on your mat, you've got nothing on, so that's fine. Just sitting up. And we're just going to turn towards one leg and reach down towards that foot. Okay? Try and drop the head down as much as feels comfortable, but don't take anything that's going to be too overreaching. And then coming up, and we'll just go straight to the other side. So just be careful on the rotation through the spine that you release, and then take it the other way. And then coming up, and then again, it's a really good idea to use a block here to come through the middle, to just lean in and just release off. And if you feel that you've kind of released a little bit, remember these have 3 different heights, so you can start off quite high and then you can go a little bit lower, and then you can go a little bit lower if that feels comfortable. And then coming up, and we're going to bring the legs together. I'm going to get you guys to come to lying down, please. I'm going to turn the other way, I think, so I can still see you, because if I turn that way I'm kind of looking the wrong way. So I hope you can still see me. Okay, keep the knees bent, keep the feet flat. Excuse me, just making sure I'm not going to expose myself to you, so just tucking everything in. And just draw one knee in towards you. I'll just give it a squeeze. draw it in and down, and holding it here. Maybe just rolling the ankle here can be quite nice, just releasing out the foot. Oh, ankle, calves, and then back the other way. And then just holding that, I'm holding at the back of my knee. That just feels really comfortable for me, and I like to press my leg into my thigh, and I just feel like I've not got tension in my neck when I do it like that. When I hold that little bit higher here, I always feel like I've got a bit more tension in. If you need to, you can always put a strap around it, of course, and pull it down. So just wherever feels comfortable for you. But we're just going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, just curl up, nose to knee, and then breathe in, curl the spine down. And breathe out, curl up. And breathe in. And breathe out. And one more, breathe in. And breathe out. And then relax the head and shoulders down. Keep hold of that leg. Pop the ankle on the opposite thigh. Just press that knee open. Just see how the hip feels. So don't overreach it, but just pressing that knee open. And we're just going to rock the knee over to one side, coming into a little bit of a twist. And then breathe in, breathe out. We're just going to roll it the other way. Okay, so just twisting the other way, just feeling how it feels on the back. Don't go into pain. And then coming back to center, please. The leg that's on the floor, we're going to take that leg now. Again, holding behind the knee might be preferable. Some of you might prefer to hold on top. Again, it just depends what you like in terms of tension in the upper body. And we're just looking at releasing into the hips. And then that leg that's crossed on top, if you bring that one to the floor and keep hold of the one that you're holding, you should be on side 2, hopefully. And then, oh, don't know if you heard that big click. We're rolling the ankle round a little. And rolling it back the other way. And just hold and pull it in here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, curl up, nose to knee. And breathe in, come down. Breathe out, nose to knee. And breathe in. And again, up we go. And down, lovely. One more time. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. And then just popping that ankle on and letting it fall to the open side. And then coming up through center, letting it roll the other way, please. Twist the other side. And then coming back to the center, again taking the hands behind the knee if that's preferable, over the top if you prefer, use a strap if that's easier. Just bringing everything in, giving it a squeeze. We're going to slow things down now. We're going to hold for longer holds. We're going to just have a nice kind of 15 minutes with very few postures, but we're going to hold the ones that we have. So not in a yin type way, but in a kind of moving towards restorative yoga type-ish influence. So keep hold of the leg you've got hold of. Just drop the other one off and you can hold them both. Just rock the back from side to side here. This feels good. Lovely. And then extend one leg out and down, please. And the leg that's still bent is going to come over the top. I'm just adjusting my position. You might need to do that also. You're going to twist that leg over the top. We're just going to hold here in this rotation. Just breathe and release. we're just going to hold these, you know, for about a minute at a time. So a little bit restorative, a little bit more release on it, moving towards the end of our practice. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then we're going to roll onto our back, keep that knee bent, keep that leg straight, and just kind of come onto the back. And then the leg that's bent, just see if it can go out to the side in like a half butterfly type shape. I'm just going to spin around towards the camera a little bit more so you can see better. One leg bent, one leg straight. This is kind of like a tree pose, but on the floor, just holding it here. And just again, just letting, if that knee feels like it's pulling, remember you can put a block underneath, post it like a letter, support the knee. Or you can put it underneath, depends on how open your groin is. And just pause here. If you do like to extend the arms, you'll get a little bit of a flare into lumbar spine here, so you can always do that, reaching away. Just holding for one more breath. And then just coming out of that, just take the knees to rest on each other. Try and walk the legs, the feet wide while you're inwardly rotating through the knees. So you're just resting those knees and aiming to get those knees as close to the floor as you can. Inward rotation on the groin, on the thigh. So just see how that feels. And then inhale, exhale, just to release that off. Okay, so we're going to extend the other leg this time. We're going to draw the second knee in, and I'm holding over the top of the knee because we're going to take it over the body, over to the side. Taking a little rotational twist here. Head can be any which way, so I always think of it in terms of 3 positions, with the knee, against the knee, or just neutral through the center. So just wherever, but of course there's all the kind of positions in between, just wherever you feel comfortable. Lovely. Coming back through center, keep that leg bent, and then we're just going to drop that knee out to the side. Again, if you want to, take the arms up. That's what's quite nice. If that suits you, you can take them wide. Just have them under the head, anything that feels good, or you can just leave them down. When you leave them down, you'll notice that the back releases, so just whatever feels good. So spending this extra time in postures just gives us that opportunity to really kind of engage with it and to feel all these different elements of it. You know, I talk quite often about sukha and sthira, about the ease and the purpose, but there's all those little nuances, those shades of grey in between the start and the stop, the ease and the purpose. So just having this extra bit of time just gives us opportunity to just feel, not, I say, in a yin way where we kind of just relax completely, but in a way that allows us to be more at one with the posture. more observant. All right, let's bring that knee in. Let's straighten that leg out. Just take a full body stretch here. Just see how that feels. And we'll just bring those feet onto the floor just like we did before. Drop the knees into the center and just take the feet wide. And just allow that to happen. And then what I'd like you to do is take the legs into butterfly. So we had one leg each side doing this, but now I want both legs. Now if this is really uncomfortable for you, it's very uncomfortable for me. I think it's quite strong through my hips here. Just be aware of that. You might need to just kind of hold it off full extension. And then take the hands, make a little frame like you're holding your own elbows if you can, and rest it over the face. If you can't hold your own elbows, maybe hold the own hands. Just see how you can go with this. And then just for equality, I like to unfold and refold the arms and hold just the other way round, just so that everything's equal. I always hope that one day when I grow up and I'm older, I will not worry about equal anymore, but it still bothers me right now. Coming onto your side, let's take a position here. One day I'll be that maverick person that doesn't matter. Just lie on the side. We're just going to take a quad stretch here. So you can sit up on the elbow or you can lie out. I've brought the block here because sometimes it's nice to support the head. Just try and keep the knee down underneath the hip. So if you've got it up in front, that's fine. Just work towards pushing that knee so that it's directly underneath the hip. And then the other leg, you can straighten it out. This does sometimes makes it a bit rocky, a bit more unstable. So you can always just bring that leg so that you are nice and steady. And then just releasing that off, we're going to still have the leg bent. We're just going to bring that in as if towards the underarm. And this is, I like to kind of sit up for this one because I can feel like I can really pull it in towards me. Lovely. And again, you can hold under the knee, you know, you can kind of make a bind with it or use your strap or whatever, however feels comfortable. Just another breath. And then this quite strong stretch for the last one is this extending it up, maybe holding the leg, looking for a straight leg, even if it's here. Strap on foot is always very good here. You know, you don't have to have this leg really high, holding wherever feels comfortable. And again, if I'm reaching my foot, I'm getting a bit of a stretch through the shoulder, so I'm just going to hold a bit lower down, just keep pulling that leg in. And then we can release that off. I'm going to swing round just because I want to stay working towards you. You do not have to do that. You can stay exactly where you are. Alright, so setting up for side two, so just roll over. If you want to stay facing the screen, you might have to spin round as well, but that's up to you. I'm going to take that quadricep stretch, so just like you would in the gym, knee up in front, just drop it down and then just start to move that knee back so that it's underneath the hip. What we don't necessarily need is it like, you know, if you were doing dancer's pose and you were pulling it out behind, we don't need it to go that far, but just so you can feel that lengthening through the quadriceps, and then underneath leg where it feels comfortable for you. Just another breath or two here. And then just rolling that knee in to the kind of underarm. Again, as I say, I do like to come up to meet my leg on this one, so I'm giving it a nice squeeze in. That's just my personal preference. And then, extending this one up. For some reason, this leg, my hamstrings, just on this side, are very tight. Not sure why. Can't think what I've done that's going to affect just one leg, but there we go. Lopsided, as I am. Stretching up, just holding for another 3 breaths, please. One more. And releasing that off. Lovely. Just turn onto your tummy, if you will, please. Take a nice Sphinx pose. So lift up through your heart. Really feel like you're pressing down through the elbows, lifting up chin, lifting up chest, pressing through. As if somebody's kind of grabbed hold of your heart and is pulling it forwards. So we're not all slouched down, we're lifting up. And then let's just relax down, hand down, bring one knee up into that half frog, just allow yourself to be here. Nice position. And then just slide out of that one for me. Come back into that Sphinx pose, lifting up. If you prefer and you think you can hold it for 3 or 4 breaths, you could come into like a baby cobra. You could come into a full cobra. You could come into something stronger. I think for me, with the time, I just need to stay lower in intensity. But you can take it up. No problem. Just be careful of the shoulders doing this. If you're kind of up, thorax is long, neck is long. No turtles hiding in their shells. And then inhale, exhale, come on down, take the elbows wide, bring the knee up, just rest the head. And then just releasing up out of this. Come back up over into pose of a child, please. Just so we did those kind of back bends. Just stretch off. So we've got pose of a child, or you've got wide leg child, whichever one you prefer. I just find that pose of a child, because you have to go over the thighs, I get a bit more of a stretch through that lower back. And then when you're ready, come on round and down. We're going to take Shavasana. Allow yourself to relax.